Welcome back to Making Pokemon from New Types with Red Rain. If you enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe. I ended up with Crobat and Shiftry, and this one was actually really hard. So let's play the clip I recorded a few months ago. It comes down to whoever I come up with a design for first. Now, my initial idea was a Dark-type Crobat, man, but I don't know how I could make that work, and frankly, that feels too dumb and jokey for them to ever go with that.
First thing I noticed, it has like 6 toes or something like that.
Those are not toes. Those are meant to be like spikes on its feet.
Spikes. Oh, okay. So could you be referencing something like the classic poison strategy of toxic spikes?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because also it has more like traditional shoes. I wanted to go for something more like metal.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does take a bit from steel.
Yeah.
Not enough where I think it should be a steel type, but it does take a few elements, and it would definitely have like a pseudo secondary type where it would learn a lot of moves for steel.
Yeah.
As like this is kind of a second type, but it's not enough to be a secondary type.
Yeah. Yeah. And then and yeah, what I'm seeing too, is it basically kind of like pulling in what's the best way to put it? Kind of like a punk vibe where like it doesn't want to show its eyes, just has a hood over it and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally pretending to smoke, kind of.
Yeah, I was wondering what the bone was for, and that would make sense. I like how it basically has kind of like a kaiji nose. Don't worry, you probably don't get the reference. But in any case, yes, and then I want to ask about the circles on the hood, or the fur, or whatever you would call that.
Those are basically like, it basically kind of rummages around through trash and has like covered itself in barbed wire.
Barbed wire? That is very metal indeed. Yeah, I feel like this could be a poison steel type.
Yeah, but it's a case of like, it's more covered itself in it as like clothing.
Yeah.
Or protection.
Mm-hmm.
It's a case of, I think it's pretty much on the line of being part steel.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little not enough steel for it to be steel.
Yeah.
But it's a very much, I think if it had like 1 or 2 more design changes, like if its actual like skin was less pink or purple and went more grayscale, it would definitely be steel.
Yeah.
Like it's on the like edge.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much edge. Lots of edge. I mean, if you got barbed wire on you, you got some natural cleats, and you're basically smoking a bone. Maximum edge. Very nice.
Cue the Shadow the Hedgehog theme. Also, thing I just want to butt in and say here, I really regret how much tracing there is in these early ones. I'm editing these after we have, I think, 8 or 9 done. Trust me, it gets a lot better. I think around the 5th one is where it gets kind of stops. But I do honestly quite regret doing this in hindsight. And just a quick note, the only part of the final design in this that's traced is pretty much the nose and mouth. Everything else was done by hand. It's just something I do honestly really regret.